everybody. Hi, it's Becky from powertoolswiththread.com. That's my blog. Oh my goodness, we just got through. What did I see it called? Sno-vid 2021. 4 days of snow. Never that I can recall. Lived here my whole life, just about. Crazy. The girls, my stepdaughter and granddaughter went home on Saturday morning and they made it safe all the way back to North Texas. So that was great. And I want to thank each and every one of you. Y'all, the outpouring of care and concern was just so amazing. I got emails, all the comments and everything. It was, on the video and Facebook posts and comments, and thank you all so much. We were very, very lucky, mostly because we do not live in a city. We are not served by a large major city. We're just south of San Antonio, Texas, and our local community is not on, it doesn't serve millions and millions of people. So we did not lose power. We're good. And here it is, Sunday, and the high today was 72. In Texas, if you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes because it'll change. And then we fired up the grill and had steaks. Fabulous. Great. We enjoyed that because we like to grill all the time, and it was really nice to be able to grill. Okay, so I just want to thank all of you again. I appreciate that, and the Thompson household is just fine. We did good. So I wrote a bunch of notes down because there's stuff I've been wanting to talk to y'all about. The last video, the last two videos I've done were like utility videos. One is how to import BX fonts into EMBRILLIANCE, and the other one was how to update your EMBRILLIANCE software. I want to make a little note too, just to let you guys know. I did not know this until the other day, maybe, and I'm surprised I didn't know this. BX fonts are proprietary, say that 3 times fast, to EMBRILLIANCE. So while a lot of other companies may digitize fonts and put them into a BX format, those fonts, those BX fonts, only work in EMBRILLIANCE. They do not work in any other embroidery software. So if you have So What Pro, or you have the Bernina stuff, or you have PE Design, or Artista. I mean, there's a gazillion embroidery softwares out there, software pieces. I had no idea. I thought that you could import BX. You can't. Found that out. Who knew? Okay. I'm sure a lot of you are looking at this going, duh. Well, I'm slow. It's fine. Okay. What else did I want to tell you guys? Oh, I'm a little lower today. I got to tell you, I'm back in my old green office chair. So you might remember a couple videos ago, I had gone to Office Depot and I bought all my new chairs on Sewing Machine Row over here. And I had also bought a drafting chair that was made by the same company, and it looked the same as the sewing chairs. Well, there was a sample of the sewing chair out on the floor at Office Depot when I went shopping, and I could sit in it. It was very comfortable, and they're wonderful. Well, there wasn't a sample of the drafting chair, it looks exactly like it. It's just a little taller. So I thought it would be the same. No, it's not the same at all. And I was sitting in it the other day editing, and on the computer, I was sitting here in it. Y'all, the next day I got up and I felt like I had a hard fall straight down on my bottom. I mean, I was sore, and I said, oh, this isn't going to work. And I moved it out of here. I put it over in the other room, and I took back my green chair. So essentially, this is an old office chair. I bought this thing for $10 at a yard sale years and years ago. And I'd like it to be a little taller. It's not, so I guess I'm back on the hunt. I even bought a saddle stool years ago. Everybody raved, oh, the saddle stools are so comfortable, blah, blah, blah. you know, to sit at the long arm. Well, that's in the other room too. I have a bad back and I don't know, finicky. I'm finicky about my chairs. So one of y'all had emailed me and asked me about the chair that I was sitting on, and I just got to tell you, the drafting chair, not good. If you've watched the last several of my videos since I got that drafting chair, I'm always doing this. I'm always moving and trying to shift and whatnot. It was a mess. I think it's too late to take it back. It doesn't matter. It's fine. We'll find some use for it. I need to tell you who won the 2 Jolly Bar books. Kim Kloss was one of the winners, and the other one was Grandma's Sewing Room, and sewing is S-O-W-I-N-G. Grandma's Sewing Room and Kim Kloss. Ironing station room update. Okay, when I had showed y'all back here on my, back there, that is the new layout for my new sewing room. A couple of you had asked, where's your ironing station? Where's your new cutting board? Well, that's all right in the middle of the room. And there is a light fixture, of course, up above. It's a garage, old converted garage. I'm going to be able to hang my gravity-fed iron and everything from there and have it, you know, so everything, my cutting board and my ironing station will be right in the middle of the room. So I can get to it from all sides. It's going to be very cool. I'm really excited about that. And the ironing station right now is just an IKEA hemness dresser. That's dark. That's a little lighter. Why didn't y'all tell me that was dark? Huh? I am going to have him probably just on top of it. We're going to mount a bigger ironing surface. I'm going to do a thicker piece of wood, recover it, and mount it on top. What I have is fine. It's not good for wide backs. That's tough. But I need a bigger ironing station. So that's kind of cool. So let me give you an update on the new sewing room. As expected and completely understandably, we are pushed back due to weather. It was supposed to start tomorrow. There were 2 jobs in between when I contracted the contractor and when he was going to start mine. The first job got done and then the snow hit, and the second job, he called me 2 days ago and he said, not going to make Monday. And I understand that, and that's fine. We'll probably start anywhere either March 1st, March 3rd, somewhere in there. So it's fine. It's fine. I got a lot going on here. Keep me busy. So one of the things that Pat Sloan has talked about this year is learning new skills. And I gotta tell you guys, I'm pretty happy with what I have learned this year. I'm very excited about it. I put a video out on how to add a binding during the long arm process. So you long armers, somebody even emailed me today and said, hey, can you do a video on how to do that? And I'm all, sure, bing, here it is. And it's really easy to do. And this was like the 3rd or 4th time I had done it when I made that video. And I've already done another 1 or 2 since then. Totally not for show quilts, you guys. You don't want to do that because your 90-degree angle folds are different based on the direction you're coming from. But for utility quilts, home quilts, give it to somebody who doesn't know any better quilts. Adding a binding during the long arm process is the way to go because you save so much time. Oh my goodness. And then I also learned after 5 years how to nest. So I have successfully learned how to nest patterns on my long arm and make them so that they're the right distance apart and get everything right. I don't know why that took forever. I think part of what it was the videos that I was watching on how to do it. They had already completed a step that they didn't explain. And when I figured that out, that changed everything. I was able to finally get it. I got to show you guys. Okay, so when I made the dinosaur quilt Animal March by Rosa Designs, and I had used that baby book with the little dinosaurs on it. The binding that I used was this beautiful stripe. It's orange and yellow and green and whatnot. It is just gorgeous. It is called Homegrown Salsa by Deb Strain from Moda. And those of you who like the selvages, the cool selvages, this one has little jalapenos. Can you see it? See the little jalapenos? Aren't they cute? Pinos, jalapenos. Green hot peppers. Well, anyway, I had got this at my local quilt store, Scrappy Quilter in Shirts, Texas. Well, I went in there a couple days after that, and I'm not supposed to show you guys this until March 1st, but I'm so excited about it, I have to. I gotta show you guys. So they have nearly the whole line of that homegrown salsa fabric. And there is peppers on white, and there is a red kind of with some pretty triangle colors on it. There is tossed peppers on black. Okay. And there is this, it looks like, let me get a piece of it here. It looks like canning fabric. Check this out. Look at this. I love this stuff. This is crazy. Okay. I just love it. I think it's fabulous. It's soft. It's wonderful. Okay. It says homegrown on it. Homegrown salsa. Love this. Well, there is a pattern called Hot Peppers, and it is by Lavender Lime. Designs by Lavender Lime. And here it is right here. My quilt store is carrying this, and this pattern has an apron, placemats, and a table runner in it, okay? Well, I told Joe, the owner of Scrappy, I said, I'm gonna vlog this, and she's like, don't do it, I need to order more. She only had like 4 patterns left last week, and she did order more. So if you guys call and want to order this and they're out, ask to get onto the waiting list. And when they come in, it'll be first come, first serve. I don't know how much more she's going to get, but she does have a lot of this fabric. And it's just wonderful. I got to show you guys. So here's a placemat. Look at this. Isn't this wonderful? Now, I did this using Simply Applique. So what I did was I made a copy. Let me find the pattern. I made a copy on my home copier of this page. And this gives you the pepper and the top. All right. So I made a copy of it. And then I scanned in that copy into my Brother Scan and Cut. I went out to the Brother canvas. I saved it in the canvas. I got rid of all the extra. Let me show you. So when you go to save it, you can't, even if you lop it off like right here, okay, you're still going to get all these little words. So in the canvas, I was able to get rid of all of the words and just save just the top and the pepper. I downloaded the cut file to the Scan and Cut and cut all of these out. And then I downloaded the FCM file and created an applique file in Simply Applique and then stitched it on. Look, it turned out perfect. I turned all the stitching into a blanket stitch. Look at that. So that was very cool. I made 2 placemats, and I didn't make the table runner. I turned it into a table topper because I have a 48-inch. Look at that. How awesome is that? Isn't that great? Oh my gosh, you guys, I love this. You know, after all this cold, I think we need a little bit of hot chili, don't you? So let me get back to about learning things. Man, boy, did I take off. Okay, so what I learned today, I knew you could do it, I just didn't know how, and it took me some practice. So what I did was I did all of these on the long arm. These two placemats, I did them on the long arm, and it's kind of hard to see the quilting. But I created the pattern box. For those of you with robotic quilting systems, you'll understand this. Y'all been doing this forever. This is new to me, so I'm very excited. So I created the pattern box, and it was for 2 placemats side by side. And then I created additional pattern boxes like for the triangles. And then I stitched just chili pepper design into the triangle. And then I did it again on the long piece. And I've got that. I'm showing you from the back because you can see it. The front is black and it's hard to tell. And then on the front, this was kind of iffy at best, but I used a ruler, a quilting ruler to just stitch in the ditch along here. Now my next thing I want to learn, and I want to do this, is there is a way to tell the Quilt Butler, that's my robot, the Quilt Butler, is to, here's your pattern box, here's the pepper, stitch all around that, but not on the pepper. I wanted to ask you too, is it a waste of good fabric if you put it on the back of something that won't show? I don't think so. I had thought about doing this plain muslin, and I actually put this on the long arm, and I put everything on top of it, and I looked at it and I was like, don't make the face. I didn't like it. So I only had a half a yard of this, and so that got me half a yard of the peppers on the white or cream. It's kind of an off-white. Half a yard. I need more. Anyway, so, okay. So I was very excited about that, to learn how to do the individual quilting. I got in Rosa Designs February patterns, and they're very cool. This Rosa Designs, I'll put a link to them below. They do a pattern club where you can get 5 quilt patterns a month, and they're for $8.95. If you try to buy these in a store, they're like at least $2 on up, but you can get 5 of them for $8.95 directly from Rosa Designs, and they do not charge shipping, which is very cool. So this month's quilt patterns are chop, and chop takes 10 fat quarters. It's a 60 by 72. That's a great 2-color quilt, 3-color quilt. Real nice. A la carte. A la carte is this is real good for a focus fabric. It says main fabric 1 yard, and then you need 3 fat quarters for the blocks. This is a great little pattern if you've got some big print fabrics, especially juvenile fabrics are real good for that. Going up, this is 12 fat quarters, and it makes a 54 by 72. The a la carte makes a 56 by 68. That's a pretty good size quilt, right? And then there is Make Mine Plaid. This is real cool. You know, it's almost like one of those window quilts, right? It is 1 yard each of 4 fabrics. It says for the ribbons, and then background is 1.5 yards. Makes a 64 by 80 quilt. And then baby cakes. I thought this was cool. I like this one right here, baby cakes. It takes 6 10-inch squares and 6 2.5-inch squares, and it comes out to, and some other fabric, obviously, and it comes out to 42 by 53 baby cakes. I like it. Also, in addition to the quilt club, pattern club, they have additional patterns you can get for $1.75 each, and they are for table runners. This is called Over and Under. There you go. And it uses 2.5-inch strips plus a little bit additional yardage, 12 by 48. And this one is Love Notes. That's real sweet. It was February, right? And 5-inch squares is what this one uses, plus additional fabric, and it comes out to 12 by 45. These are great, you guys. You know, I get them and I put them into my binders, and then when I have a pre-cut I want to use, I'll just go and get it. Don't forget, Villa Rosa Designs has an app, and they have it on the iTunes, or what is the iTunes? Is that iTunes? I'm an Android girl, and the Google Play store, and you can download the app and then pick up your pre-cut that you have, you're not sure what to do with. Go to their app, find something you like, and then you can also buy the pattern, not through the app, but you can go to their website. You can buy the pattern digitally, and that's great if you're outside the United States. You don't have to pay any shipping for that, so that's very cool. I got this last piece. I meant to get 2 different panels. I'm not sure how, but I managed to get the same panel twice. But this is from Reb's Fab Stash. I really like this fabric store. I buy from Reb's Fab Stash quite a bit. And this is a beautiful panel. I'll link to it. Let me see. Let me get what it is. It is by Royce McClure, QTFabrics.com. And it's just gorgeous. So it's got some dolphins and some really cool tropical fish. Very nice. Now, what I want to do with this, look at that. It looks so realistic. These things are great. Look at that. Wonderful. Gorgeous. And what I want to do with this is you can take like 3/4 inch insulated foam board that you can buy at Home Depot or Lowe's or something like that, and then stretch your panel across it and tape it or staple it on the back, and you have a beautiful wall hanging. We saw that at the quilt shop in Bandera, Texas, and I just loved it. That's how they displayed all their panels. And when you have realistic ones looking like this, it actually looks like beautiful artwork on the walls. I'm going to do this and put it down on the coast in one of the bedrooms down there. I think that'll be real nice. Okay, you guys, I think that's it. Have I gone through everything? Placemats, table, new skills, blah, blah. Yeah, I've got it all. Okay. It is so good to chat with you guys. All right, you guys, that's all I've got to talk to you about. Go sew something. Bye.